Why hello everybody, Spencer here, also known as Lego Dude 11, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the new season of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous that is now on Netflix. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright, so without further ado, I want to preface this with something, with information. I am doing this with no notes here. So normally with these reviews, if this is your first time watching one of my reviews, I typically have a notebook that I jot notes down on, kind of redundant, but I do jot down some notes and then talk about it with shows and movies and things like that. And we'll kind of like I won't write a script, but I'll take down some notes and then talk about each specific thing about the show. However, this if you want to know, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous is an animated show, an animated Netflix original done by DreamWorks, and is an original based off of a novel Michael Crichton wrote, and about these group of kids that get stuck on Isla Nublar, the Jurassic World island. And then there have been multiple seasons since, and I'm going to be talking about season 4 today. I did do one of season 3. You can click that card up there if you want to watch it. But yeah, all 11 episodes came out the day prior to this recording. I watched it yesterday. I binged it all. I love it. I love the show, and I binged it. I had a little bit of schoolwork to do, but I watched some episodes during breakfast. Then I watched some in the afternoon, and then my parents were gone at night, so I had like 4 hours when they were gone, so I watched the rest of it. Loved it. I fell in love. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys like my thoughts that are running through my mind after watching it yesterday. So first up, what I normally talk about is the score of these shows and movies. And actually, I didn't pick up on this when I was watching the earlier seasons, but the original Jurassic World and Park theme is done by John Williams, which I knew that. But the soundtrack itself is composed by Leo Berenberg, who has also composed one of my favorite shows, Cobra Kai. Which I was like, when I said score by Leo Berenberg, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that the Cobra Kai composer? And I was right. So I was just like, I guess I didn't realize that he did this show because it doesn't sound like Cobra Kai, like martial arts music that it is. So I was just kind of surprised, like, he's doing this show. So that's kind of cool. Another Netflix composer guy, so he's done another Netflix series. But yeah, it's cool to have him compose the soundtrack. So nothing really too exciting I can mention. I love the soundtrack, the score that he brings to the different action sequences. Really great for the dino action scenes, which a lot more dino action scenes in this season. So that's what I want to mention about the score. So where the season picks up from where last season ended, is the kids are now leaving the island, Isla Nublar, on this boat, right? They've been stuck on this island for the past, I think, 3 seasons. Maybe they got to a new island. They've been stuck on these islands for the past 3 seasons. So now they're on this boat, and in the first episode, the Mosasaurus attacks them. So they have to deal with the Mosasaurus in the water on the boat, and then they get washed up on shore to a new island. They don't know where they are, and suddenly they're in the desert, and then they find this mysterious like entryway, like hidden hallway, right? And then all sorts of like hallways, compartments open up, and they're in this secret tunnel, and there's this hallway, and they find out that they're on the island of Manticore, which is this like undercover secret agent spy like relationship to Jurassic World Company. Like they were kind of like partners at the time, and then they broke up, like they weren't working with each other, and then Manticore became evil, like undercover agents for like, what's Jurassic World doing? So they wanted to take over their dinosaurs and make hybrids and all this. So they found out that they're on Manticore, and found a like researcher, or like a dino researcher named Dr. Turner, who is taking care of the dinosaurs, and kind of made a relationship where they're like she was like a mentor to the kids in throughout these couple episodes, and helping them out on this island, like taking care of them, because since they had no other adults, they're like, okay, you got to stay here for safety. So throughout these couple episodes, as they're with her, there's like these killer robots that she has, like, helping the dinosaurs. And the reason I put killer in quotes is later in the season they're kind of like killer robots, but these robots kind of help the dinosaurs like survive, give them food, give them nutrients, kind of scan around the island to make sure there's no danger happening, right? Well, as you can expect in this type of show, or shows in general, like, these things go bad, things go awry, and the killer robots, like, soon deactivate, or soon go crazy. And they have to escape danger from these killer robots and dinosaurs, two big threats. And what's really neat is it brings the danger up. So it's really it's great from the previous seasons. I think it elevates the danger far more than last ones. And we get introduced to a new character named Cash, who is a new threat, a new villain, but really unique character arc, I think, in a sense. Like, he's a bad guy, and he's just such a jerk. And if you want more backstory on who Cash is, like, who's this Cash guy, he came to the island, to Manticore Island, and when you see Dr. Turner for the first time and working with the kids, she's the only one on that island. And then when Cash comes in via a plane, or like other transport, right? So he's now in Manticore, and he has this new, like, system, like technology system, software, where he's trying to fix the dinosaurs, and like, the kids don't think it's safe. It's very dangerous. Like, he's trying to evolve the way of dinosaurs, but it's not really what it is. It's just making the dinosaurs do dino fights and battle each other, so one of them can be like king, basically, and the other one will have to suffer and die. And that's not what the kids want. The kids want them to all be alive and thrive. But he is such a jerk that, in a good way, I love him. It's not overdone. I love his arc, actually. One of the weirdest things in this season, actually, I don't think it's weird. I think it's unique. Darius's character, changed. Like, he was stuck inside with Cash for almost 5 episodes, maybe. I would say about 5 episodes. Maybe it was less than that. Maybe, I bet, like, I'm estimating it was about 5 episodes. And Darius wasn't with the rest of the kids. So it was really unique to just see his relationship with this bad jerk guy, Cash, and not with the other kids, and have this, like, adult guy, like, because Cash was, like, so evil, and Darius was trying to be, like, kind of like, well, if I'm stuck here, I gotta be with you. Like, have conversations like, I love dinos, and yeah, that's cool what you're doing, but it's not good at the same time. And then later in the season, he mentions he mentions he's a gamer, and he actually plays video games with him at one point, and Darius, like, hides from one of the dinos to not get eaten, because, he's survived from dinos for so long. And Cash is so mad that he takes his own code and hacks the game. And Darius is like, well, why would you do that? That's not how the game works. And they have this, like, back and forth with each other that's really unique and really great character development. So yeah, and so I like that little bit of bit of work they put in the show, in the season. Also, another brief mention here, they do have some references back to the other seasons as well, like when some of the characters are talking, you hear Ben mention Bumpy throughout this episodes, and you actually see a cameo of Bumpy at Isla Nublar on the island, so you kind of see him walk up, and you see the whole like spotlight on Bumpy, and he does a little roar at the end of one of the episodes, which is great homage, not homage, but reference back to Bumpy. You see him again, which is great. So something else I did want to mention about this season is that the relationships, character relationships, are amazing. I love when shows do this, because earlier in the season, 3 previous seasons, I was like, I wonder if the kids will ever like have something going for each other, and then throughout this season, Kenji and Brooklyn get together, and I was like, yes! I was just hoping, like, in the first episode, I was like, something seems like they are gonna go down, and then throughout the course of the episode, they keep, like, bantering, like, conversations, and then Yaz actually, like, jumps in and is like, yeah, you get together, and then just, like, by the end, is like, finally, it happened! I was so excited for both of them, that their relationship had grown, and yeah, I was excited to see that by the end. So those are lots of things I want to mention, and yeah, by the way, I mentioned the killer robots, but the killer robots, like the Brad X's, were really unique, and yeah, just the whole Cash storyline was really interesting. So, as I mentioned last time in my Season 3 review, I love how each of these episodes kind of ends with a really unique like cliffhanger and like ending. Like, I want to see what's next, right? That's why I binged the whole thing, because I was like, I want to see what's next. By the end of this season, I am so looking forward to Season 5 of this show. Like, when Season 3 ended, I was like, okay, that's great. I cannot wait to see Season 4. But I am blown away, because, like, okay, I'm going to give a major spoiler, so if there are things I've already said that you did or did not get spoiled by, if this is going to be huge, so, like, back out now. But the end had a huge cliffhanger I wasn't even expecting, and that I jumped out of my seat for. Some of these shows I'm just like, whoa, like, okay, but this was the biggest thing I've ever jumped out of my seat for in this show. By the end, the boss of Cash, because Cash keeps talking on the phone, like, hey boss, I can't wait till you get here so I can show you my evil plan. And and when the boss gets there, you see the name on the captions that says Daniel. And I'm like, okay, who's Daniel, right? And then all the kids are there, and Cash walks up with the robots behind them, and then the boss walks up and is like, this could fall into the wrong hands. And he's like, son? Kenji. It's Kenji's dad. And I'm just like, what? All the kids gasp, and then that's how the show ends, rolls credits, and I'm like, oh my god. How is this going to play out? So I can't wait to see, like, an actual parent has now seen the kids there. And, yeah, I don't know what's going to go down now. I don't know if it's going to be, good or bad. I don't know if Kenji's dad is going to be like, oh, son? I mean, he saw him there. So, like, is Cash going to just be, like, devastated? Like, oh, God, I'm in trouble now or something, right? Like, that's what I could imagine. But anyway, it ended on such a banger on that cliffhanger there. I did not expect that at all. This season was definitely a step up from before. And I'm not saying that the other seasons are bad. I'm just saying that this definitely elevated it. And I cannot wait to see what else is in store for Season 5 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So that's all the information I have today. I cannot believe I am super proud of how this video turned out with no notes. But anyway, let me know what you thought if you did see Season 4 of Camp Cretaceous or any of it. Have you seen any of it at all? You should definitely check it out. It's definitely worth watching. It's on Netflix, a Netflix original. But that's everything I have for today. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, LegoDude11, and be sure to follow me over at Instagram, BobaFett Jedi Master, links down below. And be sure, if you want to watch my other Season 3 review, it's up there. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me, and as always, don't forget to keep calm, play Lego. See you guys in the next review. Bye, everyone.